Monica Johnson, a determined and hard-working black woman in her late 20s, had always been passionate about fitness. She had recently joined an upscale gym in her neighborhood, hoping to elevate her training routine. Despite being one of the few black members at the gym, Monica was confident in her abilities and excited to make the most of her membership. One evening, after a long day at work, Monica headed to the gym for her regular workout. She was focused, ready to push her limits and make progress. As she entered the weightlifting area, she noticed a few members and a gym trainer nearby, but she paid no mind and began setting up for her workout. She could feel a few eyes on her, but she was used to it. Being a strong, athletic woman had always drawn attention, both positive and negative. As Monica started lifting weights, the gym trainer, a tall man in his early 30s, approached her. His demeanor was condescending from the start. "Excuse me," he said, his voice laced with an arrogant tone, "but are you sure you know what you're doing? These weights aren't for beginners, you know." Monica, surprised by his unsolicited comment, calmly responded, "Yes, I'm quite familiar with weightlifting. I've been doing this for years." She tried to brush off his remarks and continue her workout, but the trainer persisted. "You might want to stick to the lighter weights," he suggested. "I wouldn't want you to hurt yourself." The subtle disrespect in his words, and the way he spoke to her, as if she was incapable of handling the equipment, made Monica's blood boil. She had dealt with such condescension before, but it never got any easier. The trainer's dismissive attitude seemed rooted in assumptions about her abilities based solely on her appearance. Despite the rising frustration, Monica maintained her composure and continued with her routine, determined not to let the trainer's comments derail her focus. She knew she was capable, and she wouldn't let anyone make her doubt herself. But as the trainer walked away, she couldn't help but feel the sting of his words. It wasn't just about the weights. It was about the underlying disrespect and the assumptions that people like him made about women like her. As Monica finished her workout and left the gym that evening, she couldn't shake the feeling of being underestimated and disrespected. She knew she had to do something about it, something that would not only make the trainer think twice before underestimating someone again, but also make a statement that would resonate far beyond the gym's walls. As Monica drove home from the gym that evening, the trainer's condescending remarks replayed in her mind. The more she thought about it, the more it bothered her. This wasn't just about a single incident. It was about the larger pattern of disrespect and prejudice she had faced throughout her life. Monica had worked hard to get where she was, both in her career and in her fitness journey, and she wasn't about to let anyone belittle her or undermine her efforts. That night, Monica sat down at her kitchen table, her mind racing with thoughts of what had happened. She knew she had two choices. She could let the incident slide and continue on with her life, or she could take a stand and address the issue head-on. Monica wasn't one to back down from a challenge. She had always believed in standing up for herself and for others who might not have the strength or the platform to do so. After some thought, Monica decided she couldn't stay silent. She needed to do something that would not only address the trainer's behavior, but also send a message to the gym and its management that such attitudes were unacceptable. She wanted to ensure that no one else would have to endure the same treatment she had experienced. The next morning, Monica woke up with a renewed sense of purpose. She began researching ways to address the situation effectively. She considered various options, from speaking directly to the gym's management to sharing her experience on social media. She knew she had to be strategic. She wanted her actions to have a lasting impact. Monica decided that her first step would be to write a detailed letter to the gym's management, outlining the incident and expressing her concerns about the trainer's behavior. She carefully drafted the letter, making sure to highlight the broader issue of prejudice and discrimination in the fitness industry. She also made it clear that she expected the gym to take action, not just to address the specific incident, but to ensure that all members were treated with respect and dignity. As she finished the letter, Monica felt a sense of empowerment. She knew that this was just the beginning of her efforts, but she was determined to see it through. This wasn't just about her. It was about making sure that everyone, regardless of their background, felt welcome and respected in spaces like the gym. With the letter ready to be sent, Monica began to think about her next steps. She knew that addressing the issue with the gym's management was important, but she also wanted to find a way to inspire others who might be facing similar challenges. She had a plan in mind, one that would show everyone just how strong and capable she really was. With the letter in hand, Monica walked into the gym the following day with a sense of determination. The previous night's decision to take a stand had filled her with a newfound confidence. She wasn't just standing up for herself. She was speaking out for everyone who had ever felt disrespected or marginalized. Monica approached the front desk and asked to speak with the gym manager. The receptionist, sensing the seriousness in her tone, quickly paged the manager. As Monica waited, she took a deep breath, mentally preparing herself for the conversation ahead. The manager, a middle-aged man named Mr. Green, soon appeared and greeted Monica with a polite, though slightly puzzled, expression. "How can I help you today?" he asked, motioning for Monica to join him in his office. Once inside, Monica handed him the letter she had carefully written the night before. "I wanted to bring something to your attention," she began, her voice steady. "I had an experience here yesterday that I believe needs to be addressed." Mr. Green took the letter and began reading. As he did, Monica watched his expression change from neutral to concerned. When he finished, he looked up at Monica, a frown creasing his brow. "I'm really sorry to hear about this experience. This is not the kind of environment we strive to maintain at our gym," he said, his voice tinged with sincerity. Monica appreciated his words, but she wasn't here for apologies alone. "I understand that, but this isn't just about what happened to me. It's about ensuring that no one else has to go through something similar. I expect the gym to take this seriously and make the necessary changes to ensure a respectful environment for everyone." Mr. Green nodded, his expression thoughtful. "You're absolutely right, and I can assure you that we'll be taking this matter very seriously. I'll be speaking with the trainer involved and the rest of the staff to ensure that this doesn't happen again. We'll also be reviewing our policies to make sure they reflect the inclusive environment we want to promote." Monica felt a sense of relief wash over her, but she knew this was only the beginning. "I appreciate that," she said, "but I'd also like to see the gym take proactive steps to educate your staff about respect and inclusivity. This isn't just about fixing one incident, it's about preventing future ones." Mr. Green agreed, promising to set up a training session for the staff to address the issues Monica had raised. He also assured her that he would keep her updated on the actions taken. As Monica left the manager's office, she felt a sense of accomplishment. She had taken the first step in addressing the problem, but she knew there was still more to do. The next part of her plan was to make a more public stand, one that would not only hold the gym accountable, but also inspire others to stand up against disrespect and discrimination. With the conversation with the gym management behind her, Monica knew that it was time to take her fight to a broader audience. She had seen how social media could be a powerful tool for change, and she decided to use it to shed light on what had happened. That evening, Monica sat down at her computer and began drafting a post. She was careful with her words, ensuring that she clearly communicated the disrespect she had faced without attacking the gym or its staff. Her goal was to share her experience and encourage others to speak out against similar incidents. In her post, Monica detailed the incident, her conversation with the gym manager, and her concerns about the broader issue of respect and inclusivity in public spaces. She emphasized the importance of creating an environment where everyone feels welcome, regardless of their background or appearance. "I'm sharing this story," she wrote, "not just because of what happened to me, but because I know that there are others who have faced similar situations. We all deserve to be treated with dignity and respect, and it's up to us to hold those in power accountable." Monica hesitated for a moment before hitting the post button, knowing that once a story was out there, it would be impossible to take it back. But she also knew that if she stayed silent, nothing would change. She took a deep breath and clicked post. Almost immediately, her post began to garner attention. Friends and followers commented with words of support and encouragement. Some shared their own stories of discrimination or disrespect, creating a dialogue that Monica hadn't anticipated. The post was shared dozens, then hundreds of times, reaching people far beyond her immediate circle. The next day, local news outlets picked up on the story. They reached out to Monica for interviews, eager to hear more about her experience and the actions she had taken. Monica agreed to speak with them, seeing it as another opportunity to bring attention to the issue. During the interviews, Monica reiterated her message. This wasn't just about her, but about a broader need for change. She spoke passionately about the importance of respect and inclusivity, and how everyone has a role to play in ensuring that public spaces are welcoming for all. As the story gained momentum, Monica received messages from people across the country who had seen her post or read about her in the news. Many of them thanked her for speaking out and shared how her story had inspired them to stand up against disrespect in their own lives. Monica was overwhelmed by the response, but she also felt a renewed sense of purpose. What had started as a deeply personal experience had become a catalyst for change, and she was determined to see it through. As Monica's story continued to gain traction online and in the media, the gym where the incident occurred found itself under increasing scrutiny. The management team, who had initially dismissed Monica's concerns, was now facing a public relations crisis. Members were voicing their dissatisfaction, and some were even canceling their memberships in solidarity with Monica. Seeing the potential damage to the gym's reputation, the owner decided it was time to take action. He called an emergency meeting with the management and staff to address the situation. During the meeting, the owner expressed his disappointment with how the incident had been handled. He emphasized the importance of maintaining an inclusive environment and acknowledged that the gym had failed to live up to that standard in Monica's case. He instructed the management team to reach out to Monica and offer a formal apology, as well as to outline steps the gym would take to prevent similar incidents in the future. The next day, Monica received a call from the gym's owner. His tone was much different from the dismissive attitude she had encountered before. He apologized sincerely for the way she had been treated and assured her that the gym was committed to making things right. "We value all our members," he said, "and we want to ensure that everyone feels welcome and respected here. What happened to you was unacceptable, and we are taking immediate steps to address it." He went on to explain that the gym would be implementing new training for all staff members, focusing on respect, inclusivity, and proper customer service. Additionally, the gym would be holding a town hall meeting to give members an opportunity to voice their concerns and suggest improvements. Monica listened carefully, appreciating the owner's willingness to address the issue. She knew that real change wouldn't happen overnight, but this was a positive step in the right direction. After the call, Monica posted an update on social media, sharing the gym's response with her followers. She acknowledged the efforts being made by the gym, but also emphasized the need for continued vigilance to ensure that such incidents didn't happen again. The post garnered a positive reaction from her followers. many of whom expressed their support for the gym's actions while also urging Monica to keep pushing for change. As word of the gym's response spread, the backlash began to ease. Members who had been considering leaving the gym decided to stay, hopeful that the changes being promised would lead to a better environment for everyone. For Monica, the gym's response was a small victory, but it also served as a reminder that the fight for respect and equality was ongoing. She remained determined to keep advocating for change, not just in the gym, but in all areas of her life. Monica's story had already made waves locally, but as the gym's response and her follow-up post began to circulate, her platform started to grow beyond what she ever expected. People from all walks of life reached out to her, sharing their own stories of disrespect and discrimination in various settings. Many thanked her for having the courage to speak out, and some even credited her for inspiring them to take action in their own lives. Monica realized that her experience at the gym was part of a much larger issue, one that extended far beyond the walls of that building. The support she received encouraged her to think about how she could use her newfound platform to advocate for broader change. As her following grew, Monica began to post more frequently about issues related to inclusivity, self-worth, and standing up against injustice. She started creating content that not only shared her personal experiences, but also provided advice and encouragement to others facing similar challenges. Her posts resonated deeply with many, and soon she was being invited to speak at local events, community centers, and even schools. One day, Monica received an invitation to appear on a popular daytime talk show. The producers had heard about her story and were interested in featuring her on a segment about overcoming adversity. This was a major opportunity, and Monica knew it could help amplify her message even further. The day of the show arrived, and Monica found herself sitting in a green room, waiting to be called on stage. She took a deep breath, reflecting on how much her life had changed in just a few short weeks. The nerves she felt were undeniable, but so was her determination to make a difference. When it was her turn to speak, Monica walked out onto the stage to applause from the audience. The host greeted her warmly and asked her to share her story. Monica recounted the events at the gym, the online response, and the steps the gym had taken in the aftermath. But she also took the opportunity to address the larger issue of discrimination and the importance of standing up for oneself and others. As she spoke, Monica could see the impact her words were having on the audience. Some people nodded in agreement, while others wiped away tears. When the segment ended, the host thanked Monica for her bravery and for using her platform to advocate for change. After the show aired, Monica's inbox was flooded with messages from viewers who had been touched by her story. Many expressed their gratitude, while others asked how they could get involved in the causes she was promoting. Monica knew that her journey was just beginning. The platform she had built, though born from a negative experience, had become a tool for positivity and empowerment. She was determined to keep using it to make a difference, and she couldn't wait to see where it would lead her next. Following Monica's growing influence and the widespread attention her story had garnered, the management at the gym faced intense scrutiny. Members of the gym began to demand accountability, and the gym's corporate office started receiving an influx of complaints about how the situation had been handled. The incident had now become a public relations nightmare for the gym. It wasn't just about addressing the initial act of disrespect, but also about how the gym had failed to properly address the situation afterward. Corporate leadership knew they had to act swiftly to repair the damage and rebuild trust with their members. After several high-level meetings, the gym's corporate office made a bold decision. They announced a complete overhaul of the gym's management team. The regional manager, who had downplayed Monica's concerns, was reassigned, and the gym manager was replaced entirely. The new manager, Lisa Thompson, was known for her dedication to fostering inclusive environments and had a reputation for taking a strong stand against discrimination. Lisa's first act as the new manager was to reach out to Monica personally. She apologized for how the situation had been handled and expressed a genuine desire to learn from the incident. She invited Monica to come in and discuss ways the gym could improve, not just for her but for all its members. Monica appreciated the gesture but remained cautious. However, she agreed to meet with Lisa, knowing this could be an opportunity to make a real difference. When they met, Monica was struck by Lisa's sincerity and her commitment to making positive changes. During their meeting, Monica shared her thoughts on what needed to be done. She suggested mandatory sensitivity training for all staff members and proposed the establishment of a diversity and inclusion committee that could help address any future issues proactively. Lisa listened intently and took notes, assuring Monica that her ideas would be taken seriously. True to her word, Lisa wasted no time in implementing Monica's suggestions. The gym staff underwent comprehensive training, and the Diversity and Inclusion Committee was formed, with Monica being offered a role on the committee as a community advisor. Monica accepted, seeing it as a chance to ensure that no one else would have to go through what she had experienced. The changes were well received by the gym's members, many of whom noticed the shift in atmosphere. The gym started to feel like a more welcoming place, not just for Monica but for everyone. Members who had previously felt uncomfortable or marginalized began to speak up, sharing their own experiences and contributing to the ongoing dialogue about inclusivity. For Monica, this was a significant victory. It wasn't just about getting justice for herself. It was about creating lasting change that would benefit others long after her story had faded from the headlines. As the positive changes at the gym began to take effect, Monica's story continued to resonate with a broader audience. Her courage and determination had not only brought about significant improvements within the gym, but had also sparked important conversations about racial discrimination and the importance of inclusivity in public spaces. News outlets, both local and national, picked up on the story. They highlighted Monica's role in advocating for change and praised her for turning a negative experience into a powerful catalyst for social progress. Interviews and features about her journey were published, and she was invited to speak on several platforms, including popular talk shows and podcasts. Monica, who had never sought the spotlight, found herself in a position of influence. She used her platform to advocate for broader changes, not just in gyms but in all areas where discrimination might occur. Her message was clear: everyone deserves to feel safe, respected, and included, no matter where they are or who they are. During one of her interviews, Monica was asked what kept her going through the difficult times. She responded, "I kept thinking about how many others might be going through similar situations but feel like they don't have a voice. I wanted to be that voice, not just for myself, but for all those who might be too afraid to speak up." Monica's story inspired many. Social media was flooded with messages of support, and people from all walks of life reached out to her, sharing their own stories of discrimination and how her actions had given them the courage to stand up for themselves. Recognizing her impact, several organizations approached Monica, offering her awards and recognition for her advocacy work. She was invited to speak at conferences and seminars focused on diversity and inclusion, where she shared her experiences and insights. Monica's influence grew beyond the gym, becoming a beacon of hope and change for many. What had started as a personal battle against injustice had evolved into a movement that was making a real difference in people's lives. Monica realized that her journey was far from over. This was just the beginning of her mission to ensure that everyone, regardless of race, gender, or background, could live and thrive in an environment free from discrimination. As Monica's influence grew, so did the transformation of the gym where her journey began. The management, inspired by the positive publicity and the internal shift Monica had initiated, decided to take even more substantial steps to ensure their gym became a model of inclusivity and respect. They began by instituting mandatory diversity and sensitivity training for all staff members. These sessions were designed to educate the staff on recognizing and addressing unconscious biases, understanding the importance of inclusivity, and learning how to create a welcoming environment for everyone, regardless of race, gender, or background. Monica was invited to speak at these training sessions, where she shared her story with the staff and emphasized the importance of empathy and understanding in their daily interactions with gym members. Her presence and first-hand account made a significant impact, driving home the message that respect and inclusion were not just corporate buzzwords but essential values that needed to be lived out every day. In addition to the training, the gym also implemented new policies to ensure that discrimination of any kind would not be tolerated. A zero-tolerance policy was put in place, with clear consequences for any staff member or member who violated the gym's code of conduct. The gym also set up an anonymous reporting system, allowing members to report any incidents of discrimination or harassment without fear of retaliation. To further solidify their commitment to inclusivity, the gym rebranded itself as a community-focused fitness center. They hosted monthly events that celebrated diversity, such as cultural fitness classes, awareness workshops, and charity events that supported local causes. These events not only brought the gym's members closer together, but also attracted new members who were drawn to the gym's positive and welcoming atmosphere. The transformation didn't stop there. The gym also made physical changes to the space, creating a more inclusive environment. They expanded their women-only workout areas, introduced equipment that was accessible to people with disabilities, and added more diverse imagery to their marketing materials, showcasing people of all backgrounds and fitness levels. Members who had witnessed the gym's transformation were amazed at the changes. What had once been a place where discrimination was allowed to fester had become a beacon of inclusivity and respect. Many members reached out to Monica personally, thanking her for her courage and for the positive impact she had made on the gym. Monica, seeing the changes unfold, felt a deep sense of accomplishment. She had turned a painful experience into something powerful, and in doing so, she had not only transformed the gym but had also created a ripple effect that was being felt far beyond its walls. Monica's story began to gain attention beyond the gym, catching the interest of local media outlets. Reporters were intrigued by how one woman's courage to stand up against discrimination had led to such a significant transformation in a well-known fitness center. They reached out to Monica for interviews, wanting to share her story with a broader audience. Monica, initially hesitant about stepping into the public eye, realized the importance of her story. By sharing her experience, she could inspire others who had faced similar challenges. During interviews, Monica spoke candidly about the incident at the gym, the changes that followed, and the broader issues of racial discrimination and inclusivity in public spaces. Her words resonated with many, sparking discussions about the importance of diversity and respect in all areas of life. As the media coverage grew, Monica's story began to attract attention on social media as well. Posts and articles about her journey were shared widely, with many people expressing their admiration for her bravery and the positive change she had effected. Hashtags supporting inclusivity and respect in gyms and other public spaces began trending, further amplifying the conversation. The gym's transformation became a model for other fitness centers in the region. Several gyms reached out to Monica for advice on how they could implement similar changes in their facilities. Seeing the impact of her actions extend beyond the walls of her gym was both humbling and empowering for Monica. In response to the media attention, the gym's management decided to partner with local organizations that promoted diversity and inclusion. They launched a campaign encouraging other businesses in the community to take a stand against discrimination and to actively work towards creating inclusive environments. This campaign was met with enthusiasm, leading to a wave of positive changes across various sectors in the city. Monica's influence continued to grow. She was invited to speak at conferences and community events, where she shared her message of resilience and the power of standing up for what's right. Her story became a beacon of hope for many who had experienced discrimination, showing them that one person's actions could indeed make a difference. As Monica reflected on all that had happened, she was proud of how far she had come. What started as a moment of pain and humiliation had turned into a powerful movement for change. She realized that while she had become a symbol of strength for others, the experience had also transformed her, making her more confident, outspoken, and committed to the cause of equality. As Monica's story continued to gain momentum, she experienced profound personal growth. The woman who once felt humiliated and powerless had now become a symbol of strength and resilience. This transformation opened up new opportunities for Monica, both personally and professionally. Inspired by her journey, Monica decided to further her education. She enrolled in courses on public speaking, leadership, and community advocacy. She wanted to refine her skills to better articulate her message and to continue being a voice for change. These courses not only enhanced her knowledge, but also connected her with like-minded individuals who were passionate about making a difference in their communities. Through these new connections, Monica was introduced to various advocacy groups focused on racial equality and social justice. These organizations recognized Monica's potential as a leader and invited her to join their efforts. Monica found herself participating in panel discussions, workshops, and community outreach programs, all aimed at promoting inclusivity and combating discrimination. One of the most significant opportunities that came Monica's way was the chance to collaborate with a national fitness chain. Impressed by the positive changes Monica had spearheaded at her local gym, the chain's executives reached out to her with a proposal. They wanted to implement similar inclusivity and anti-discrimination policies across all their locations nationwide, and they invited Monica to be a key consultant in this initiative. Monica embraced this opportunity with enthusiasm. She worked closely with the fitness chain's leadership to develop training programs for their staff, ensuring that every employee understood the importance of treating all clients with respect, regardless of their background. She also helped design marketing campaigns that celebrated diversity and promoted a welcoming environment for everyone. In addition to her work with the fitness chain, Monica began receiving invitations to speak at major events and conferences across the country. Her story resonated with many, and she was sought after as a speaker who could inspire others to take a stand against injustice. Monica's public speaking engagements took her to universities, corporate events, and community gatherings, where she shared her experiences and the lessons she had learned along the way. These new opportunities not only allowed Monica to make a broader impact, but also helped her to heal from the initial hurt she had felt. By turning her pain into purpose, Monica found a renewed sense of self-worth and confidence. She realized that her journey was not just about overcoming a personal challenge, but about helping others find their strength and voice as well. As Monica looked back on everything she had accomplished, she felt a deep sense of fulfillment. What began as a moment of adversity had evolved into a journey of empowerment, not just for herself, but for countless others who had been inspired by her story. As the months passed, the changes Monica had initiated continued to resonate far beyond the walls of her local gym. Her story became a symbol of how one person's voice, when used with courage and conviction, could spark widespread change. The gym chain she had worked with saw significant improvements in customer satisfaction and staff morale, leading to positive media coverage and recognition within the industry. Monica's efforts also inspired other businesses and organizations to reassess their own policies regarding inclusivity and respect. She began to receive messages from people across the country, sharing how her story had motivated them to stand up against injustice in their own lives. Some had started their own initiatives in their workplaces, while others had become advocates for change within their communities. In recognition of her impact, Monica was honored with several awards, including a National Advocacy Award for her contributions to promoting diversity and inclusion. These accolades were a testament to the strength of her character and the power of her perseverance. However, for Monica, the greatest reward was knowing that she had made a difference in the lives of others. Monica's journey also had a profound impact on her personally. She had grown into a confident and empowered individual, fully embracing the role she had come to play as a leader and advocate. The experience had taught her that true strength comes from standing up for what is right, even when it is difficult or uncomfortable. Looking to the future, Monica decided to continue her advocacy work on a larger scale. She established a non-profit organization dedicated to fighting discrimination and promoting equality in various industries. The organization provided resources, training, and support to individuals and businesses seeking to create more inclusive environments. Through this work, Monica ensured that her legacy of empowerment and change would continue to grow and inspire others for years to come. Monica's story, which began with a moment of disrespect, ultimately became a powerful example of how adversity can be transformed into a force for good. Her journey demonstrated that, no matter the circumstances, one person's determination and resilience could lead to meaningful, lasting change. As she continued her work, Monica remained humble, always remembering the moment that had sparked her transformation. She knew that her story was just one of many, and she was committed to helping others find their voice and their strength. In doing so, she left a lasting legacy, proving that with courage, persistence, and a commitment to justice, anyone could make a difference in the world.